So today is my first day doing DoorDash. I got some stuff to do before my block starts, but it's gonna be interesting just to even see if I get any deliveries. I've done Uber before, and it really wasn't for me. I just didn't really like putting so many miles on my car, driving people around, that type of stuff like that. You know, maybe this food delivery thing will be a little bit better as a side gig to my full-time job, and hopefully it will work out to where I won't have to work a full-time job and I can just do this and, you know, make ends meet other ways besides working a full-time job. I'm just getting really sick and tired of having to deal with a boss every day, getting up at 4 o'clock in the morning, working until, 5 o'clock in the afternoon, getting home and only having a couple of hours to myself, and having to cram all of my things that I need to get done in one day, which is a Sunday today. I'm really sick and tired of it. This kind of economy that we're in today is a gig economy, and if you work 3, 4, 5 different apps, Amazon Flex, DoorDash, Uber Eats, driving for Uber, depending on where you live, you're going to rack up the miles on your car. But if you have something else that pays, like another part-time job where you don't have to drive your car, it will equal a full-time job's pay. And if you don't want to go in, you don't have to go in. You don't have to call anybody. You don't have to worry about that. But you do have to worry about not having insurance. You have to worry about the weather if you were going to drive. You have to really manage your money really well. This is not for somebody who spends their money on frivolous things and isn't a frugal person. I've learned over the years to be very frugal with my money and not go out and buy useless stuff at the dollar store every single time I'm in line, buying 2 candy bars and some other type of junk. I really, it doesn't benefit me at all. I've made a lot of mistakes, but I was able to recover from all of them. And in order for me to live a life that I want to live and do the things that I want to do, I can't be lazy. I really have to hustle if I don't have a full-time job where I'm collecting a paycheck that is a structured amount every single week. You know how much you're going to make, you know when you're going to start, you know when you're going to get off. The only thing is that you have to deal with being told what to do, standing in one spot, or whatever you do for a living. Sorry, my arm's getting a little tired. And a lot of people nowadays don't want to do that. It's very easy to get a job doing what I'm doing right now, and you don't have to deal with any of that stuff. You can go to work whenever you want to. And if you live in a big city like Chicago, New York, or Los Angeles, or Miami, it's very simple to do this type of work. And you're only busy during lunchtime and dinner time. Then you have the rest of you have all morning. You have pretty much, you're going to be working the same hours that you'll be working a regular job when you're doing this type of work, because it'll be busy from about maybe 10:30 in the morning until about 6 to 7 o'clock at night, depending on where you live. If you're in a suburb that isn't really populated, or doesn't have a lot of deliveries, or doesn't have a lot of restaurants that do this type of stuff, then you're going to run into a lot of problems, and you're going to have to move. You have to go where the money is. And living where I live, it's kind of like a hit or miss. The only days that are really busy are Friday and Saturday. in the evening. The rest of the week is you maybe get 2 or 3 deliveries. When I was driving for Uber, I would drive when I got off of work, and I would get maybe 5 or 6 rides within the first 3 hours, which was from about 4 o'clock until about 7:30. And then once it hit 7:30, it died down significantly, and there was no rides whatsoever. But my friends that live in Chicago, they were busy. They were making literally almost $2,000 every single week, but they were hustling to get it. They were working 60, 65 hours, working pretty much every day of the week. And they would work 5 hours, they would take some time off, then work another 5 hours, then take some time off, and then work another couple hours. And they would do that 5 or 6 days in a row, sometimes 7 days in a row, make about $2,500, and then they would take off for 2 weeks so their car wouldn't rack up the miles. But it's not always like that, because the weather is very inclement here, and sometimes it's freezing cold, sometimes there's 2 feet of snow on the ground. Those are the days that you have to prepare for, and that's why you have to be frugal with your money. You should be frugal with your money. I'm not trying to tell you what to do. And it's in the spring, summer, and the fall, you make a lot of money if you live in a major city. If you don't live in a major city, then you won't be making that much money. These types of jobs, like driving for Amazon Flex, all these Uber Eats and stuff like that, they still have a lot of pizza places and a lot of other little restaurants that deliver on the weekends, and they use their own drivers for whatever reason. I don't know why. And I've thought about going to a restaurant, working at the restaurant, and then on the weekends doing deliveries to see if I could make it without having to work at a factory job or work doing very physical labor or any type of like really heavy lifting or anything like that, because it takes a toll on your body once you reach a certain age, and you just don't want to do it anymore. And you want to enjoy your life. If you have your own house already, and you're able to maybe get a roommate, rent some rooms out, so that way your mortgage or your rent is covered and your part of your bills are covered, and you don't want to work a full-time job, and you want to have some freedom in your life to go and do what you want to do, pursue your dreams. This is a really good way to do it, but you can't be lazy and you have to hustle. Because I've seen a lot of people where they quit their job, they were working there for 5, 6, 7 years, they had a bunch of vacation time built up, bunch of 401k, bunch of money in their savings, and they had insurance and everything, and they quit their job thinking that they're going to establish this as like their part-time career until they make it in their what they really want to do, which is acting or being a musician or something like that, and it fails. And then they burn up all their savings, they burn up all their 401k, they have no insurance, they can't make their bills, they can't pay for their car, and then they have to go back to work, and they have to give up their dreams because they never really got established prior to doing this side gig work to supplement their income so they don't have to work full time. It's probably better to get established in this, where you build up a rapport, you build a route, you figure out when and where you can make the most money. You have to do this for at least a year in order to figure out how much money you're going to be able to make. And if you want to make money, you have to move into an area where it's very busy and it's very populated. But when you do that, then there's also an oversaturation of delivery drivers. So you really have to be on your game. So today, I'm going to go do some laundry. Then I'm going to go to the store, and I'm going to do this DoorDash thing. and see how it works. So I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.